3. Can you see? Can you see? All right. Let me just confirm. What am I writing on the screen right now? All right, good. So we said our checkpoint science is split into 3, and we're just quickly continuing with this biology section, and this is chapter 7. So we are trying to quickly finish checkpoint science, chapter 7. And chapter 7 for checkpoint science is a biology chapter. Okay? Yes, chapter 7 for checkpoint science is a biology chapter. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. We talked about it, genes and inheritance, and we were working on the word chromosome and the word gene and the word DNA. So we started with the word chromosome, and we saw that chromosome is a structure that is found inside the nucleus. When you go into the nucleus of every cell in your body, you're going to find chromosomes. And I said you have 46 chromosomes inside your nucleus, inside the nucleus of all your cells, each cell. You know that you have millions and millions of cells in your body, and each of them has 46 chromosomes. 23 come from mama, 23 come from dad. So I want you to go to mom and say, Mom, thank you for 23 chromosomes. Do you hear me? Vic, I want you to go to mom and say, okay, give me a second. All right, so we were saying that I want you to go and say, Mom, thank you for 23 chromosomes. You got 23 chromosomes from your mom, and you got 23 chromosomes from your dad. So I want you to go to dad and say, Dad, thank you for 23 chromosomes. Okay? And 23 chromosomes from your dad are in all cells, all normal cells. Are we together? AT, are we together? Good. How many chromosomes do you have in total? 23 plus 23, 46. You have 46 chromosomes. Where? Is it in total or in every cell? You have 46 chromosomes. Yes, in every cell. Vic, you have 46 chromosomes where? So every normal cell in your body has 46 chromosomes. Is that what you're telling me, Vic? Oh, really? Are you sure about that? Yes, you're sure. Well done. 46 chromosomes in each and every cell. All the cells, right? For you to understand why we are doing this chapter, can you go to the papers I gave you, 2025 Checkpoint Science 0893, and can you go to paper 2? And can you go to the back of the paper? I want you to see number 9. Can you go to number 9? Number 9, what does it say? Exactly. Well done. That's enough. Good. A variation. So this is part of what we are talking about. the chapter which we are talking about is going to get to variation. So in the 2025 paper, they asked you chapter 7 in the exam. So be careful. They can ask this stuff on chromosomes. They can ask on variation. All those are sections of this chapter, okay? I say this chapter has 4 sections. The one we are doing. We did chromosomes, genes, DNA. Now we are left with gametes and inheritance, variation, and then natural selection. Are you seeing? So for chromosomes, I want to make sure everybody knows that chromosomes are found in the nucleus. That's number 1 of every normal cell. And human beings have 46 chromosomes in normal cells, right? In each normal cell, there are 46 chromosomes. How many will be coming from your dad, Vic? And how many will be coming from your mom, 80? 23, making the total 26. 46 chromosomes in each cell. You're not letting me down. No, you're not letting me down. You should know that each and every cell in the human body has 46 chromosomes. Each and every normal cell. We'll see the ones that don't have 46. But almost all cells, except for one type of cell, will have 46. All right. Each cell. And chromosomes, we said, they carry your DNA. Chromosomes carry your DNA. So this will be your chromosome. Inside the chromosome is your DNA. And when you take a section of that DNA, a section which is for one, DNA is found inside chromosomes, and the DNA is the instructions. We said that. Let me go to the thing where I wrote it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Here's the DNA. We said it is found inside chromosomes, and we said it is all the instructions, everything about you, your hair color, your what. Okay, it's fine. I'll allow you to go and redo the lesson if you need to. You'll be fine, right? Right, boys? Chromosomes carry the whole thing. This whole thing is called DNA together. This whole thing is called DNA. And then when it's sections, it will be gene. When the section only does one job. For it to be a gene, it's a section of the DNA, and it will be a section of the DNA that only does one job, that only codes for one protein. Like it only codes for hair color or eye color or only one thing. The section of DNA which only does one thing is called a gene, which only codes for one characteristic, okay, which is responsible for only one characteristic. DNA is responsible for everything about you. Now let's go to 7.2. Today we are starting with 7.2. We are doing gametes and inheritance. Today we have done a quick flashback. We've done a quick recap. Today we are doing the second part. We know that we have 4 parts. So we want to quickly go through the 4 parts. So I want you to write 8 June 2026 and say 7.2 gametes and inheritance. Let's go for it. Have you written that? Okay. I want you to write to say this topic. Write with me to say this topic explains 1. Sperm cells. 2. Egg cells. This topic explains sperm cells, egg cells. 3. Fertilization. This topic explains fertilization. 4. This topic explains sex determination. 5. This topic explains inheritance. So we want to understand about sperm cells and egg cells. These are the gametes. Then it explains fertilization and sex determination. By sex determination, we mean gender. So we'll see how is one male, one female, and then inheritance. Are you ready? Okay. So we start with gametes. Write the word gametes. Gametes. And I want you to write to say, gametes are sex cells. Gametes are what determines. Gametes are what are there in reproduction. For there to be a baby, the two gametes must meet. Gamete is a sex cell, which is what is responsible for reproduction, for males and females and everybody, for reproduction, creation of babies or offspring. Okay? Gametes are sex cells. Are we together? The male gamete is a sperm cell. So the sperm cell is the male gamete. So sperms are the male gamete. Yes, they're what male use in reproduction. The female gametes. What is a gamete, Vic? A sex cell. The female gamete is an egg cell. So for females, it's not sperm, it's egg. Females will come with an egg, males come with a sperm, and that gives a baby. That's how offspring comes. Are we together? Great. Right. Now, I want you to say here, most human or most body cells in a human contain 46 chromosomes. Most human cells, most cells in a human body contain 46 chromosomes. Okay? Most cells in the human body have 46 chromosomes. Okay? Which is 23 pairs. Okay? 23 times 2, 46. 23 from the mom, 23 from the dad. So most human body cells, we said it, they have 46 chromosomes. Now, however, human gametes. What is a gamete? What is the other word for a gamete? A sex cell. It's nothing complicated. Yes. Yes. It's just a sex cell. Gametes contain, don't ever fail that word. We don't struggle with this word. Human gametes contain 23 chromosomes in total. What? Are you telling me that a sperm cell or a sperm has only 23 chromosomes in it? Yes. A sperm cell. Really? Yes. How is that possible? All other cells have 46. Why is the sperm having only 23? And yet it's the one responsible for reproduction. So why is it having only 23? Why is it not like a normal human one? It's because, remember, to have a baby, the sperm and the egg will come together. So if you have 23 in the sperm, 23 in the egg, when they come together, they'll give you a child with 46. That is why we say you got 23 from mama. You got 23 chromosomes from your mom because they were in the egg cell in your mom. Do you understand? The egg cell in your mom had 23. The sperm cell in your dad had 23. They came together and it became 46 in you. Do you get it? All right. So, however, human gametes contain only 10. This is because when sperm and egg join, the chromosome number will add up. Okay, 23 sperm, 23 chromosomes and sperm plus 23 chromosome in egg who add up and return to 46 chromosomes. It will add up and return to 46. Remember that the sperm and the egg come together to form one child. So if they have 46 and 46, the child will have too many. 92 chromosomes. That child will be, if you have too many chromosomes or whatever, it will be not good. Okay, it will cause some form of a problem. Are we together? The chromosome must not be affected. The chromosome number must not be affected. You know, conditions that are caused by chromosome number not being good is, for example, there's a condition called Down syndrome. It's a problem with chromosome number. Are we together? The person won't have 46, so that's a problem. So it shouldn't happen. The sperm should have 23. The egg should have 23, so that the baby that comes out is fine. Are we together? All right. Now let's see, what about the shape of these gametes? Let's do comparing. Okay, let's say sperm cell this side. I say sperm cell, then right to say egg cell. Then I want you to put the diagram. Are you saying I want you to draw nicely? I mean, the diagrams are different. You can have something which is a bit more complicated, but I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can. Okay, maybe let me do it like this. Have you done it? Yes, write it like this. Now, let's start to compare. I want you to write size. Let's see. Size, sperm cell, small. Egg cell, large. Sperm cell in movement. Which one can move? The sperm cell. What can it do? It can swim. Okay? Can swim. The egg cell cannot move. What about the food reserves? Food reserves. Right, you say food reserves. I want you to know that the sperm cell has very little food reserves, but the egg cell has a large amount of food reserved. Say shape and then say function. That's the last one. The shape is the sperm cell is streamlined and thin. The egg is round. Function of the sperm is to fertilize the egg. Then this one, it is to nourish the baby, nourish the embryo. That's why it has food, to nourish the embryo. Okay? Which is the tiny person that's growing. Write this down. That's why the sperm doesn't have a lot of food. It doesn't nourish the embryo. In the first stages of the baby growing, it's getting its food from the egg, the embryo, when it's still an embryo. So don't forget sperm cell, small, it can swim though. It can swim. It has very little food reserves. It can swim though, and it's very small, and it's streamlined thin, and its job is to fertilize an egg. Egg cell is large, it cannot move, it has a large amount of food reserves, It is round, and its job is to nourish the embryo. To nourish the embryo. Are we together? Now let's go to the fertilization. They are not going to trick us when it comes to these. We know how they work. We know everything about them. Now we are at fertilization. Now we got through fertilization real quick. This word. We're still in the same section, boys. We're still trying to understand gametes. We've seen what they are. So what happens when these gametes go through a process called fertilization? Huh? Fertilization occurs when a sperm cell joins an egg cell. So when a sperm cell joins an egg cell, that's fertilization. When a sperm cell travels, it can swim. It will travel to an egg cell and join with it. Once that happens, that's fertilization. Are we together? Good. When they join together and form into one, that's fertilization. So somebody, hey, stop there. What's fertilization? It's when a sperm cell and an egg cell join together. That's what fertilization is. Yes, they form a zygote. Well done. Okay, to form a zygote. A zygote is the very first thing. It's not an embryo. It's the very first thing that happens. The one big cell which is formed by sperm joining egg, that's called zygote. Then it will start to grow into embryo, fetus, whatever. But we know that the very first time and a sperm and an egg come together to make one cell which has 46, that one cell is called a zygote. So their nuclei fuse into one. Okay? That's why we get one cell. Their nuclei fuse together into one. Okay? So let's show how that. Sperm comes with 23 chromosomes. Plus the egg comes with 23 chromosomes. They come together to form 46 or to form a zygote. And this process, or I want you to put it like this. Fertilization. They join together into one to form a zygote, which has 46 chromosomes. zygote, 46 chromosomes. Have you seen? Right. Now you can write here to say zygote and say a fertilized egg is called a zygote. This egg has been fertilized. In other words, it has been joined together with a sperm. Now you have a zygote. The zygote divides repeatedly and develops into a baby. The zygote starts to grow and multiply until finally we have a baby. Because when you have a baby, there must be now millions of cells, but the zygote was only one cell. So it had to spread itself. To divide means to cut itself into many. Until we have a baby from a zygote. A zygote is one egg that is fertilized, which means joined together with a sperm. Okay? Right. Good. Zygote, it'll be one cell. To divide, what did we say to divide is? This is how you grow, isn't it? It's when one cell splits itself into many parts and they grow again. They split themselves, they grow again, right? By the time it's a baby, it has millions of cells. Now let's go to the part of gender. Now let's go to gender now. Now let's go how we know about gender. Let's go to how we know about gender now. Let's go to the part of gender. I want you to know that human beings have a very special type of chromosome, which is called a sex chromosome. It's different from the other ones, okay? So when we say you got 23 chromosomes from your mom, 22 were normal. Then there's this one other chromosome which is weird. Do you hear me? Which is either an X or a Y. So for your mom, it's always an X. Then from your dad, he'll give you 22 and one other one, which is an X or an Y, or a Y, which is an X or a Y. And since if it's a boy, then your dad gave the Y. So that means this is the pattern. What is the topic? What? 22 normal chromosomes. This is 22 chromosomes. Remember, your dad gave you 23 chromosomes. These are 22 chromosomes plus this one other chromosome which is different from the rest. It's called a sex chromosome. So I want you to say, this is the sex chromosome. Together you have 23 from your dad. And then this is from mom. So this is from dad. Dad can give you an X or a Y. If the dad gave an X, that means the child would be a girl. But if the dad gives a Y, then the child will be a boy. So the sex chromosome is the one that determines gender. So sex determination, I want you to say it's gender determination. We want to see, how do we know the gender of the child? What affects the gender? So can I ask you a question? Let me see if you're moving with me even, because I don't want to be talking to myself. In total, how many chromosomes does the dad give to the child? 23. Well done. In total, the dad brings 23 chromosomes to the child. But in those 23, how many are the normal ones? 22. Then the 23rd one is a what? What is chromosome number 23? It is a what? Yes, it's a sex chromosome. Well done. 80, are you not part of this? Yeah, I want to. So, how many chromosomes did mom bring in total? Well done. Mom brought 23 chromosomes to this zygote, this one which will become a baby. How many were the normal ones? 22 were normal. Well done. And then the last one, the 23rd one, is a what? What? Yes, well done. It's a sex chromosome. Well done. So, mom, you brought 23 chromosomes to me. Thank you. These 22 were the ones for hair color, eye color, whatever. I had everything. But the 23rd one was for my gender. And moms always give X, no matter what. But the dad is the one who can bring an X or a Y. If dad brings X, then that means that child is an XX, because mom always brings X. And that will be a girl. But if the dad brings Y, then the child is XY, and that's a boy. So all males, boys, whatever, their father came with a Y chromosome. All females or all girls and ladies and all that, their father came with an X chromosome. So it's all about the one the dad brings as chromosome 23. So in the 46 chromosomes, 2 are for gender. One was brought by mom, one was brought by dad. They come together. Then we can know the gender of the child by looking at the chromosomes that came from the dad to join with the sex chromosome from the mom. Mom had an X sex chromosome. Always the egg cell will always have a chromosome of X as its sex chromosome. But the sperm cell can have X or Y or X or Y. When it's an X, then that's a female. When it's a Y from the dad, then that's a male. Are we together? So now let's go for it. Humans have special chromosomes called sex chromosomes. Humans have special chromosomes called sex chromosomes. Are we together? Yes, we have them. We know that. Not all 46 are for hair color and whatever. 2 of them will be for my gender. So I know that the sex chromosomes in me are XY. And I know that the sex chromosomes in my sister are XX. And any other female. So in a female, the 2 sex chromosomes are XX. Are XX. From mom. Then in a male, the two sex chromosomes out of the 46, okay, out of 46 are XY. From dead. And this is what males have inside them. So, also, there's the type of chromosome called the sex chromosome. Are you telling me? Yeah. Really? Yes. Remember? Remember the important rule that every egg cell contains or carries every egg cell carries what type of a sex chromosome? Tell me the sex chromosome in every egg cell. And yes, an egg cell has what chromosome? Yes, every egg cell carries an X chromosome. Okay, so mothers always give the X chromosome. Okay, so sperm cells can carry an X chromosome or, okay, or a Y chromosome. So you have it. It's the same thing we've been talking about. To say you have sperm, then you have egg. Then the egg will give you X, sperm will give you X. You get XX, which is a girl. This is a girl child. Good. So Y from here, X here, you get XY. This is a boy or man child. This is a female child. This is a male child. So who determines the sex of the child? Good, the father. The father is responsible for the sex of the child because he is the one who gives X or Y, right? The mom always gives X. So we are depending on you, father. Father can't say, hey, mom, how are we only having girls? It's not the mom. It's you, daddy. Okay? Are we together? Good. The father determines the baby's sex, mean gender. The sperm is the one that can provide either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. The egg always provides an X chromosome. The egg always provides an X chromosome. Now I want you to know that there is a 50% chance that any child born is male, and a 50% chance that the child or offspring is female. That's why approximately equal numbers of boys and girls are born. Approximately, we have equal numbers of boys and girls born. Are we together? That's why approximately we have equal numbers of boys and girls. Why do we have equal numbers of boys and girls? Why do we have equal numbers of boys and girls? Because there is a 50% chance that that it can be male, and a 50% chance that it can be female. So we have equal probability, right? 0.5 probability that you get a boy is 0.5. Probability that you get a girl is 0.5. So the probabilities are the same, so we'll get about the same numbers. The one with a higher probability, we are going to have more, but the probabilities are the same. So do you get it? Right. Now, when do we use the word inheritance? What is to inherit? Do we mean to inherit money from your parents? Yeah, you can do that. You can inherit things, but here we are not talking about that. Here we are talking about something else. We are talking about things that you inherit, that you have right now, that you have the moment you are born. Inheritance is the passing of characteristics. The passing of characteristics from parents to offspring. That's inheritance. Okay? The passing of characteristics from parents to offspring. Okay? Children inherit genes from one, mother, okay, and two, father. So don't let anyone tell you anything you have in you didn't just start in ABT. Everything you have in you, you got from your parents. Children inherit. So your eye color, your hair color, everything about you, I don't care what it is. I don't even want to know. Your height, your blood group, your hair color, your eye color came from your mom and your dad. The things you have in you didn't just start in you. They came from somewhere. and you give to your kids. And that is why when you look at your kid, you say, wow, this is my baby, guys. Just look. You understand? Because they have taken from you. Do you get it, Vic? The height, their hair color, everything they have, that child, came from Papi. Everything you have came from your dad. You are from your dad and from your mom. So you say, Mommy, thank you for the 23 chromosomes. Dad, thank you for the 23 chromosomes. Right? My eye color, my behavior, everything about me is from both of you, my parents. I have 46 chromosomes in every cell, except for the gametes. You tell them, the gametes I will produce will have how many? 23. Why? Because they will need to meet with 23 from somewhere else, from the egg, right? So that the child will have 46, right? So that the child will be normal, right? But since you are normal, you have 46 in every cell. But when it's time for reproduction, your gametes will cut down to 23 so that they can join with 23 from mom and give a child with 46, okay? Only gametes. Every other cell has how many? Every other cell has how many? 46. Well done. Well done. I'm proud of you now. 46 chromosomes. And what are the chromosomes carrying? What is inside chromosomes? Yes, genetic information, which we can say DNA. Chromosomes have DNA inside them, right? Yes, chromosomes have DNA inside them. And DNA is everything about your hair color, eye color, height, blood group. And when it's only one thing, it's a section of the DNA which is for only one characteristic. What is it called? A gene. Well done. So gene for eye color, gene for hair color, gene for height, gene for blood group, gene for this, for complexion. There is a gene for everything, right? And together, when genes come together, we say it is your what? DNA. And where is the DNA found? Inside the chromosomes. My DNA is in my chromosomes. And where are the chromosomes? In the nucleus, right? I'm proud of you. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. So let's put the genes. You said examples. Examples. Eye color, hair color, height, blood group, all this. Right, boys? Right, everybody? Are we together? Wow. I'm such a proud man right now. I'm so proud. You've made me so proud. Okay, this is 7.2. I now have 7.3, which is variation, then 7.4 to do with you, and you'll be done, which is natural selection. So I'll stop bio right now here. I'll stop bio here and give you a small break. Okay?